Well, now we'll be moving on to the global stage as we take our good news, good stories for today.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
So, for my first good news story, I just want to tell you a simple, wonderful story about a lady, a woman who decided to venture into the world of a man. You know, where men dominated, where men were actually in charge, where men decided that they would be the ones doing everything or they could do that better. She decided, okay, fine, look, I'm walking into this space. Now, I know it's not a woman's space, it's not a female dominated space, and I know I'm going to face resistance, but I'm still walking in there because I believe I can make a difference. I believe I can actually change a whole lot of things. This is a woman who actually faced a lot of issues, a woman who actually met a lot of resistance on the way. And she has actually brought about the Aboki Africa initiative. So one thing she noticed, I mean, well, at Aboki, one thing they did realize was the fact that poverty is a label, is a tag that is mostly given to Africa. When you talk about Africa on the global stage, I think the very first thing people want to just slam down on it next to the name is poverty. Poverty stricken, hungry, starving, like words that really paint poverty. And that is something that at Aboki Africa, they're trying to change that story. One thing they want to do is, according to the World Bank, per their figures, they've realized that the average poverty rate for sub-Saharan Africa stands about 41%. Now, this is something they are trying to get rid of, trying to change. You understand? They are tired. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired. I was tired. I'm still tired. I'm overtired. I'm literally tired and sick of it. And that's one of the reasons why you have Africa Global Radio, where we bring you positive stories. We tell you about the people who are making it and changing the narrative out there. So don't go anywhere. Stay glued to this change. Like, we'll bring you good things. If you're tired of hearing the wrong and negative labels tagged to Africa, just stay with us. We'll bring you the positive and the right ones. But that is one thing that Aboki Africa was trying to change. So they decided to train people in the skill of shoemaking, just to make it easy for those. If you say Aboki in Nigeria, it means friend, especially those from the Hausa part of Nigeria, the northern part. And most of them, what they used to do is they come to the cities, go to neighborhoods, carrying a kit, a box that contains items they could use to repair shoes and polish shoes. So it's easy for someone to say, oh, Aboki, then you fix a shoe or you polish it. It was a quick and easy way to be able to get about your business. I don't know who has seen a bad shoe day. Maud, have you had a bad shoe day before? Like your shoe, it got torn or it got spoiled or something, and you had a very important thing to do.
Oh, yes. I think one day I was coming to work, and before I knew it, the soles of my shoe broke into two.
Oh, I'm sorry. Joel's expression is just getting to me right now.
Yeah,
Like it just snapped like that.
it just snapped.
Whew. What did you do?
What can I do? I came to work.
Literally half limping then.
I wasn't limping. I mean, you can't see it because it's the soles,
Okay.
but I felt it. It was really uncomfortable.
So just imagine if you're going for an interview.
I mean, the interviewer, sorry, won't see the soles of my feet. So
That's good. But I'm sure some people, thank you. I'm sure people have actually faced worse where their shoe could actually give way. Like I think I've had the experience where I literally was wearing a shoe. I had no idea the shoe was about to like give up on itself and give up on me. You move the next step and then the whole sole, yours the sole broke into like mine. The sole just came like this. So I lift my legs, like I can feel something draggy, but I don't know what it is. And then I just move into a car. I realized that the whole sole is just coming off. I'm like, what? The good part for me was I was going home. But this could happen to people when they're going to very important places. And this is a situation that the Aboki Africa Initiative was trying to change, and they're working on that. Now, what their founder, she actually had the opportunity to go to London, and she actually learned the art of cobbling. You know how to be a cobbler, a good cobbler, appreciate leather, work with leather, excellence in that regard. And she decided to lift the standard and change the tags associated with the Aboki people. One thing she did that was good was the fact that they don't only teach you the skills of how to be a good cobbler, but then also they try to ramp up your shop. If you have a little shop, they ramp it up and improve it. Technology has been added to it. One thing they also do is they're ensuring that you actually get enough customers so you make money. The key thing was they were not happy with the poverty tag that Africa had. So they were trying to make sure enough cobblers were making enough money to take care of themselves and their family. It wasn't just about feeding you or your family. It was about making a generational impact. And they actually hold workshop, teach people how to build startups, how to grow themselves, and it's something they're doing. Now they are using the MSCM, which is the market space creating model, and it goes beyond just teach a man how to fish. Don't just give him fish. So what they do is that this focuses on creating and managing the environment that actually further enables the beneficiaries to generate income, and then the customer will obtain value. So that is how they are doing it. And they're actually also focusing on incapacitated, individuals, looking at how to attract their customers and create their income. So it's really a good thing that they have going. And they're also looking at disabled people, trying to help them be able to work on it. So if you join the Aboki Shoe Repair, what the program does is you'll be equipped with shoe cleaning skills. They give you an innovative kick, and then also they actually check your customer segmentation. They literally help you with like a business plan. I, for one, was happy about this. I love the fact that 80% of the impact of their work is being seen, not just in numbers, but in the stories. Now, they've had 8 beneficiaries. Out of the 8 beneficiaries, their income amounts to $5,500, and they've actually been able to render 6,780 skilled services. And the period is just 28 months. The customers have been 580. So it tells you that it's not just about an end product, it's about leaving a legacy, starting a chain reaction that goes on to change the next generation's life. So I'm really proud. You can check them up, the aboki.com.ng, the aboki.com.ng. It's from Nigeria. Now we're moving on to our next AGR Good News for today. So this is a wonderful, wonderful one, and this has to do with somebody coming all the way from Kenya. One thing about him, though, is the fact that he lost quite a number of family members to road accidents. He himself nearly came under attack. He nearly lost his life to a careless driver. And so with all this happening, he decided that no, I have to change the story. I have to change what is happening. I need to do something about this. So he decided to create an app, a software that can help with, or that can simply, easily change the narrative when it comes to road accidents, or it comes to people who drive carelessly. And even what got to him most of the fact that these people do this and they're not apprehended because you can't necessarily get hold of them. They're gone. Nobody's able to trace them or find them. So this is what actually inspired him to start and to create this app that later on, what he didn't know was going to be used even by the government. So it's something that has really gotten him very far. Now he's from Kenya, and he's done he calls it the Africa Tracker. Africa Tracker. Now, Afri like Africa, and Car like CAR, and then the tracker. So his name is Jacob Rugambo. Jacob Rugano, and he is from Kenya. Now, Jacob created the app to enable people track cars. So a company, if you have people, drivers in the company that drive buses, you can buy some, install it, and then they can check. Now it's connected to a phone. You can literally see the rates, the speed, and everything at which the driver is going. You can track the car, and you can know whether they're driving carelessly or recklessly. This informs the company, helps them keep their drivers in check, because then it becomes easy for law enforcement officers to apprehend the reckless or the careless driver, because they just have to find him through the software. Also, one thing they use it for in Kenya with some of the security personnel, they used to actually catch criminals, car hijacking. If you have it installed on your car, they just have to track it, and then they'll find it and apprehend the criminals. So he used a near death experience. He used his personal life, story to actually bring a solution. And this is something that is really working for a lot of people in Kenya. He's got a lot of recognition for this because he's put a lot in it. And it's called Africa International, but it's an Africa tracker. And one thing is, it happens to be the fastest growing leading global provider of GPS tracking and fleet management solutions, which is based in Kenya. Now they've expanded their operations, not just Kenya. You can find them in South Africa and Nigeria. You can also find them in Asia, Thailand, and then also in Germany, that's Western Europe. So, like, that tells you how good what he's doing is for you to be able to go beyond and above. Now, over time, they've been able to develop and introduce into the market a very innovative solution for tracking not just your cars, but motorbikes as well. Fleet management, they do quite a lot of things, and all of it is using technology. He found a solution, he found a problem, and used technology to just help him create the solution. So, when we tap into technology with the right initiative, the right motivation, and the right outlook, we're able to do great things. So it's a good thing that Jacob has got going. If you want to check them, you just go to africatrack.com, africatrack.com, and then you find more about them. You can try and purchase some if you're out there in any of the countries I've listed, or you can find a way to reach them. But it's innovative. He's won a lot of awards for it, and it's a good thing. Now, the final thing we have today for AGR Good News is the Isikcure app, which is helping improve access to quality care and safe medicine in Kenya. So, as a girl, when she was growing up, one thing she noticed was the deplorable state of healthcare in the country. When people need medicines, they don't get it on time. Some don't even have access to it. Some of the hospitals have to keep requesting for it, and it never comes on time. She's also seen people lost their lives, and it actually affected her. So one thing she did was to launch an integrated health app, and this also happened in Kenya. It's called the Isikcure Health app. And one thing that it is, you don't have to subscribe. So for those that are bothered about, subscribe, no, it's subscription free, and it aims at improving access to quality care and safe medicines across, Kenya. It offers convenience, a choice with range of benefits for both the patients and the providers. And this has been developed with a lot of, help coming from different organizations as well. So, through the app, if you're a patient, you can connect and communicate with doctors, laboratories, pharmaceuticals, and then also wellness providers. Now, you can pay for the health services received through your mobile phone. So, coming into physical contact with these people is just completely cut off. It's not in it. You can stay safe, especially during this COVID-19 time. You just have to be home, communicate with them, connect with them, and be able to receive all the treatment you need, all the medicines and everything, payments, everything is done through the app. This is a good way and a good thing. And this is something that is actually pushing them. So this is actually done by Dr. Moka Lantum. And, one thing he says was access has always been an ongoing issue, coupled with the affordability of care, which is reflected in the 5.3 billion US dollars in unmet demand for medicines in East Africa. So this is due to multiple complications such as unsafe medicines, counterfeit, and variable drug costs. So if you want to be sure that the medicine you're buying to treat whatever is ailing you is quality, is the right one, you can just use the Isikcure app and take those worries off your head, because they will deliver the right thing to you. That's all we have for you for good news for today. But if you want to check them out as well, you just have to go to Isikcure.com. Isikcure is Isikcure. Isikcure. That's all we have for you for good news, but you can find More of this on our website, www.africaglobalradio.com.